Rebel, thank you. Point of information, these gentlemen came in when the new delegates came in as visitors. That's when they came in the door, not before. They came in with
Delegate Flint.
Just as a point of interest, the state convention is recorded.
Yep.
Okay? Everything that happens there is recorded. I don't see what the problem is here.
I will allow every person to speak. I will get you in order. Delegate Phillips.
I've been recording this meeting on my GoPro. I think it's obvious at all times, especially with evangelism, it serves as accountability, keeps me accountable, keeps others accountable. And as far as I understand, the public meeting is a lawful activity, and we don't even have necessarily a right to ask someone doing an activity as lawful. It's protected.
I will address the concern of the delegate for the right to ask. With the majority vote of the delegate body, they may make a motion that has effect and ratification on this body. The motion is in order. Delegate Flattery.
I just would like to point out all of our personal information is out on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. God is watching all times.
Delegate L. I will make a statement. Each delegate is allowed to speak twice on a motion. Delegate Khan, you have not spoken at all yet because the making of the motion does not count speaking. You are recognized for the first time. I just want to be clear on that.
I'll try not to speak.
You can speak one more time. I want to be clear so people don't follow.
I think this is the fruit of poison tree here. There's no transparency. We weren't informed that these people were going to be.
It's bad. We're recording you say it.
This is improper, I think.
Delegate Lee.
My concern is not that people see what has taken place here, it's that clips can be used and weaponized the way bits of emails have been used and weaponized.
Sticks and stones.
For character assassination.
Delegate Involvement. Delegate Lee has the floor.
Excuse me, for character assassination or for other purposes, so if it's a matter of transparency, I don't have a problem with that. My concern is how it will be used against individuals who voted in a negative way because of the history that has preceded this convention. So that's my only.
Delegate is recognized.
I wanted to let it be known that immediately after the oath was taken, I left the room momentarily. And while I left the room, I was out in the parking lot, and certain members of the delegates here at large followed me out into the parking lot, phones in hand like this, to record me and other member delegates that were with us. And if anything, I know these delegates, there's one sitting in the back of the room, another one was sitting over here, and these are wearing American ballot pens. If anything, I could use these voting lists. I would recommend everybody in here use that American First voting list on the individuals of who not to vote for. I do not support any of them.
Delegate, the question is on the motion of the
Red herring.
I recognize the delegate here.
I was just wondering if we're gonna take everybody's phone too, because I'm pretty sure everybody has the ability to record.
In fact, I'm recording right now.
Recording right now.
Who are these people?
Order, the delegate has the right to the floor.
If you're taking these two cameras out, I think you better take everybody's phone too.
There, go ahead.
Crying for my cold, dead hands, Santa.
Recognized in orderly fashion. Delegate Pascal.
I initially objected to the gentleman being here videoing because I think it is rude for strangers to video other people. These gentlemen introduced themselves, they told us why they were here and who called them here. I think that's fairly transparent, and I want to make it clear I no longer have any objection, and I'm not sure anyone should.
Thank you.
Delegate, recognized.
So, it's my understanding that no one cleared this with you, that this just happened and it wasn't even something that
Yeah, we're past that.
the chairperson was cleared with.
The chairman's personal opinion and knowledge does not matter. I will state that I did not know who the videographers were.
Oh, Eric's going to speak.
The delegate has made a statement. The chair has responded to the effect the chair needs to respond. Delegate upon which.
Second.
All those in favor of ending debate on this motion so we can proceed to a vote, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say no. No.
Just want to argue,
The ayes
huh?
have it. Debate has been ended. We will now proceed to vote on the motion.
Vote to take it
Mr. Brown, I
outside.
will state the motion. If I inaccurately state it, please feel free to correct my statement. I want to make sure everyone understands what they're voting on. Voting aye on this motion would ask the videographers, they would be required, because of the majority of delegates, if voting aye would approve it, they would be required to leave, to delete the film, and to provide record that they have deleted it. Have I stated the motion sufficiently, Mr. Conley? Thank you. Voting no would obviously be in the contrary. Are there any delegates, I am not taking debate, are there any delegates who have questions on what the motion does? If you are unclear on what you're voting on, delegate.
Of course.
Will this include the individuals who followed me and other precinct delegates?
No.
Out in the
No.
parking lot and everything?
No.
Are they going to include the delegates who followed me out in the parking lot?
Make a motion
and
to punch that
recorded us
guy.
trying to get- For whatever reason, I'm not sure their reasons. That could directly point to the individual who followed me out in the parking lot and recorded me.
Public property.
I answered the question if it was part of the motion. I'm not answering whether or not something should have happened. I am answering the question to what
Out
is
of
part
order.
of the motion.
Right, so will their video recording of me
The gentleman,
be
I am
included in
answering the
that?
question. That is not part of this motion. Separate issue.
Okay.
The motion is referring to the two gentlemen and their videos who introduced themselves in front of the
So
public.
the video is taken of me as I
The
was in
video
the
is
parking
taken of
lot.
you as a separate issue.
Are you interrupting me? Go ahead.
Yes, Karen.
You are out of order because I have stated the answer.
I'm trying to ask a question and you're interrupting me.
I have stated the answer to your question.
And what is the answer?
The answer to your question is that this motion only pertains to the two gentlemen, videographers in the back who introduced themselves here. This motion only pertains to their film.
So it won't include them
That
following
is
me out in the
correct.
parking lot.
I believe the chairman made that clear. Sit down. Karen, sit down.
If you would please take your seat. you are
Sergeant
now
Arms?
out of order.
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you because of the delegate.
Oh,
I
gosh.
did not have the floor.
I will answer one last time.
You keep speaking over me.
I
Sit
will
down,
answer
Karen.
the question one last time. This motion only pertains to the film and taken by the two gentlemen and the two gentlemen's presence in the back who came up and introduced themselves. It does not pertain to any individual who followed you out into the parking lot with their phones.
Okay.
Thank you.
Karen.
The debate has been ended. Are there any questions on what
Got my
we're
way.
voting on?
Can you repeat?
I will repeat it again to refresh everyone's memory. Voting aye would require the two gentlemen in the back to delete their film, and provide record of the deletion. Voting no would be the contrary. I will now have a voice vote. All those in favor of having the two gentlemen leave, please say aye. Aye. All opposed say no.
No!
The noes have it.
Woo! That's democracy, sucker.
We will now move to the vote of the executive committee. Tellers, please go to the ends of the rows.
Wow. And that guy doesn't believe in him. All right.